Alrighty, today we're talking similar polygons and how we can use ratios and what we're going to call scale factors to solve for sides that are similar. Now, this is very different from congruence that we have talked about before. Congruence means they're equal. Similarity means that our polygons have the same shape but different sizes, so one might be bigger or smaller than the other. Now, how do we know if polygons are similar? Well, there's two different ways. One is that we can look at their corresponding angles, meaning angles that are related to each other, and we have to see, are those angles congruent or equal? Another way that we can do this is that we can talk about our corresponding sides and are those proportional, and you'll see how we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, our ratio of corresponding sides we're going to call scale factor. So if the scale factor is the same for each side, then it is a similar polygon. And finally, a cool fact that we're going to talk about is that polygons that are similar, their perimeters are also proportional. And again, you'll see how we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. So, let's talk scale factor. Now, when we're talking scale factor, your order matters. So, when we're talking about a similarity statement, here you'll see this, you want to do AB to DE, BC to EF, and then AC to DF. Just like how we did congruency, it's the exact same idea. Your order matters. All right, so let's talk scale factor. So I'm going to do triangle ABC to triangle DEF. Now, one way that I always do this is by labeling things with color. So for example, A to B, I'm going to label with this purple color. And then B to C, I'm going to do this orange color. And then let's do a light blue color. Okay, I'm going to label my other triangle the same way. So the side that corresponds to AC would be DF. So I'm going to label DF with my light blue. Okay, then that ugly orange, we're going to go with, so that was B to C, so we're going to do E to F. And then finally my third side. All right, now let's get into it. So I want to write the scale factor. To write the scale factor, I'm going to take the proportional sides. So, for example, here I'm going to do my two purple ones. So I'm going to do 8 over 12. And with scale factor, we always want to reduce. So when I reduce that, I'm going to get, let's see, 4 goes into both of those, so 2/3. Okay, so that's A, B, C, 2, D, E, F. So top to bottom. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, but now it's backwards, right? And I'm going to show you that the scale factor is going to be the same no matter what. So this time I'm going to use my brown, orange colored object. So I'm going to do my DEF first, so that's 15, over my ABC, which is 10. Okay, and we're going to reduce that. 5 goes into both of those, so you're going to get 3 over 2. Okay, so you can see how order matters. They're just flipped here. Now we're talking about the ratio of DEF to ABC of their perimeter. So perimeters, when we're adding up all of our sides. So here on our ABC, we have 18 plus 18, which is going to give us 36. Nope, that's the wrong one. 36 is going to go on the bottom there, because that's my ABC. Then we're going to have 12 plus 15 plus 27 for our perimeter of the other one, and that's 54. Okay, you're going to find a number that goes into both of those, which is going to be 9. So you're going to get 3 over 2. Okay, if you've got any questions, let me know about that one. All right, so now let's talk similarity statements. So we kind of talked about it a little bit up there. The symbol for similarity is a little squiggle line. Okay, so now we're going to use those triangles up above to write a similarity statement. So I'm going to start with ABC. Triangle A, B, C is similar. Okay, so now we have to find corresponding things. So A, B, C, I went purple to orange. So I'm going to do the same thing with D, E, F, right? D to E to F went purple to orange. So D, E, F. All right. Now, let's talk congruent angles and proportionality here. So we're going to use our congruency statement that we have listed, and we are going to write them down. So I'm going to start with my JKL. So I'm going to write down all of my angles here. So angle J, angle K, and angle L. Okay, so remember, angles are going to be equal. Okay, so J is the first letter. P is also the first letter, so it's going to be equal to angle P. K is the middle one, so K is going to be equal to angle M. L is the last one, so that's going to be equal to N. Okay, now we have to do side lengths. Okay, and again, we're talking ratios and proportions here, so I'm going to do JK on top. Okay, JK is going to be proportional to PM. I'm going to do KL next. KL is going to be proportional to MN. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to do, let's do LJ. LJ is going to be proportional to NP. All right. So we're going to do the same thing with number 2. Now this one's a little bit trickier because they're sharing this angle Y. Okay, so keep that in mind. So let's start out with angle Y, right? Angle Y is clearly the same in both of these. Okay, I'm going to do angle R and then angle S. So using my proportional statement here, my similarity statement, R is going to be the same as X. Those are both the first one. And then S is going to be the same as Z. They're both the last ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our proportional sides. So I'm going to do YR, and that's going to be the same as YX. Okay, then we'll do RS. RS is the same as XZ. Finally, let's do ZY. Nope. We need to do not ZY. We want to stay with that same side on top, so we're going to do SY. And that's going to be proportional to ZY. All right. Here's number 3 already done for you, so take your time, see if that matches what you got. Okay, so now we're going to use these similarity statements to find, in scale factor, to find values. So our scale factor here is 2 to 3. So that's going to be our small one to our big one. So I'm going to write that as a fraction first. So my small one has a value of 42 on that one side. And my large one, I don't know. From here we cross multiply. So 3 times 42 is 126. Equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. So x is going to be 63. You can see I've done the same thing for number 5. Again, try it on your own and write it down. See if you match mine. Okay, here for number 6. So when it doesn't only have just one value, I recommend highlighting things, again, color coordinating, to make sure that things are going the same way. So I'm going to do AB first in this brown color. AB is similar to DE. And then I'll do EF. EF is going to be similar to BC. Now I know that my colors match, so all I have to do is match up my colors. Okay, I'm going to do big to small. So my big triangle is ABC, so I'm going to do 25. 25 on my small triangle corresponds to X. My big triangle is going to be 20 over 28. Cross multiply and solve, just like we had been doing in that practice from yesterday. So 25 times 28 is 700. equals 20x. Divide both sides by 20, and you get 35. Now this is one way to do it, where I did my big over small equals big over small. The other way, I'm going to take this and make it go a little. There is another way to do this. The other way is that you do big over big equals small over small. So for example, I'm going to do brown over pink. So 25 over 20, brown over pink. And my big one is equal to brown over pink. 28. And again, we're still multiplying the same thing. 28 is still being multiplied by 25. X is still being multiplied by 20. Just a little bit of a different way to set it up. You're still going to get 35. Here's 7. If you'd like to take a moment to copy that one down. Alright, so now we're going to try the same thing with number 8. Again, I'm going to color coordinate so I know what I'm talking about here. So let's do AG. Those are the first two letters in pink. KX in pink. And then let's do green. GM, the last two letters in green, which would be XD in green. So again, you could do pink over pink equals green over green. Or you can do big over small equals big over small. So I'm going to do, I think, big over small. So I'm going to do big 32 over x plus 3 equals, so I did pink first, now I'm going to do green, 36 over x plus 6. Again, very similar to how we solved it yesterday. So you're going to cross multiply 36 times x plus 3 equals 32 x plus 6. Okay, when you solve that, you should get, abbreviating, 84 equals 4x. So x equals 21. Okay, again, you could have also done 32 over 36 equals x plus 3 over x plus 6. That works too. There's 9. All right, and that is the end of today's notes. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. And please do the assignment listed.